Hey, what's happening? So, got some news. We bought a new house. There's a lot more to that statement that I want to talk about because right after the fire, didn't know what was happening. After a little while, we decided that it would be best if we bought a fifth wheel trailer. And that is because there were no places to rent or buy a home. There was nothing out there available. There was no apartments. There was nothing. There wasn't even room in student dorms to move into. The other thing is we have a couple of big dogs. We have two Great Danes and a cat. So even if we did find an apartment or a house to rent, which there wasn't any anyway, but even if we did, most people would not want to rent to us because of the two big dogs. So we thought the best was we get a fifth wheel. It's ours. We can do whatever we want with it. And then in 6 months, maybe a year, we can move it back up to our property in Paradise and then rebuild the guest house, all that kind of thing. Well, the more that time goes on, I mean, I think we're at 5 months, almost 5 months since the fire, and basically nothing has happened. And the more time that goes on, we realize that it's gonna take a while to get things squared away up in town, and we do want to rebuild. We love our property. We do want to rebuild, but it's going to take a long time. So since the timeline shifted, it's not that we couldn't live in a trailer for a while. The problem is that it's a combination of living in a trailer and living in somebody else's backyard, which, has its own challenges. You don't want to be imposing on somebody, and so it's kind of awkward, and we just want our own space. And so I was able to find a super fixer-upper house in a great neighborhood, and so we're going to fix this house up, live in it for a couple of years, and then hopefully at some point we can get back up on the ridge and rebuild a beautiful house on our awesome property. But for now, this is the decision we made. So let me show you around. I have done a little bit of work. Some stuff working on the house is kind of boring, so I didn't really want to film it. I took off baseboards and I basically took off anything that was hanging on the wall because we will be painting and that kind of stuff soon. That's boring to watch, but I have already done some of that. Front door is over there. There's this weird entry area here that goes to upstairs, obviously. The living room area is here. And then here we walk over to the kitchen, which is very old. Got the laminate or melamine countertops, whatever. Fridge is over there and a bunch of old. These cabinets are in rough shape, and at some point they just painted them black, but we're gonna be redoing all new cabinets, probably moving the fridge over to the middle. So this is the dining room area, and here, so they put down some laminate flooring, and I'm assuming they were going to in the living room as well, but they didn't. This room here is an office slash bedroom. They had a bed in it, but these walls were added. The original room goes all the way to that corner, so it's a nice big room that you could have a big dining room table, and that's probably what we'll end up doing. Tearing out these walls and these doors and everything, and then putting one uniform flooring throughout. Down this way, there is a bathroom, and it is a full bath. And then down here, we go to, I don't know where the light is. We go to laundry room, and garage is in here, and we have a bunch of stuff here already. So let's continue on. Turn left here. There's a closet right here, and front door, and we can go up the stairs. So top of the stairs, turn left, master bedroom, 2 closets, which is actually one big closet in here. And so this is the room. There is a vanity here that we'll get rid of. Bathroom, double sink, toilet, and shower. This is hilarious. The valve for the toilet leaks. So the way that they were filling the toilet tank was to fill it with the shower head from the shower, and then they were able to flush the toilet. So all sorts of craziness happening over here. So we can go over towards the other bedrooms. There's some nice cabinets here in the hallway. Maybe some linen closet, board game, something. Here's one of the bedrooms. Some of the baseboards I already took off, and this has a little walk-in closet. And another bedroom. This had some damage that they had already ripped that off, but instead of redoing it with drywall, they put some super thin beadboard up and left it like that. So pretty ridiculous, but all the windows will be replaced at some point soon. So I'm assuming for now everything leaks, but that's okay because the rainy season is almost over. They had some crazy built-in plywood thing here in the closet. I believe this room used to be their office. Bunch of computer stuff and desks. So anyway, I'll need to buy some of the doors to make it the sliding, like your standard sliding door closet in here. And furnace is in here. And this is the third bathroom. So that is the tour of the house as it is. Like I said, I've done a little bit of work, but most of it is boring. So I will catch you guys up when I start doing something a little bit more film worthy. Oh my goodness, guys. So I've been doing a ton of random things. Got rid of the popcorn ceiling and sort of cleaning up the walls. Lots of stuff that I probably should have been filming, but I haven't. We're trying to move out of the trailer as quickly as possible, so filming's kind of been put on the back burner. One of the things I did earlier today was get rid of the vanity thing that was over here, so we'll be able to have a little cove, add some lights up above. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do with it yet, but we don't want that nasty vanity. What I wanted to show you guys is apparently it does not matter what I'm remodeling. There are always going to be freaking nuts. Do you see this? This is in the closet of the master bedroom, and the homeowners had kind of shady, but they had covered all this with like this cedar flooring, and it looked, it looked decent. But we're gonna be putting carpet, so I ripped out the cedar, and underneath it all there's this big like water spot. The drywall is wet in the lower part, not everything, just the lowest little bit there. And there was a patch that they had done and they tried to hide. And so I popped that open just to see what was there. And some animal, probably squirrels, has been stashing acorns there. So whether it be the treehouse looking guest house that we had up at the property, or this house here in town, there's always going to be nuts somewhere. So here's the update so far. What took the longest is doing the texture on the ceiling. Took all the popcorn off, made it as smooth as I could, and then textured it so that it will hide any imperfections. And I did that in all three. I'm only working upstairs right now, but I did it in the bedrooms and the hallway, most of the hallway. So they're all done in here. This one is just lounging in the little piece of sun she found. So all the walls and the ceilings are done. I still have not pulled down the ceiling fan and textured out there just because I need to set up the scaffolding again, and it is more complicated because it's a pretty tall room. So what I'm working on right now is the ceiling fans. We're putting a ceiling fan in each room. So now I need to drill this out and install the box that will hold the ceiling fan. So let's do that. So this would have gone perfectly if I remembered This was catching all the debris and didn't just like swing it down by my arm as soon as I finished. But other than that, it worked really well. Okay, so now I have a couple of holes that are perfectly round. Man, that made it really easy. So now I need to run the Romex wire from the hole upstairs. I'll go straight over that way and then right over here and down. And I already have this here. So currently it's set up that this switch turned on the bottom outlet there. So you could have a floor lamp or something like that. I hate that. They used to have something hanging up here, like this wall hanging lamp that was terrible. So anyway, I'm gonna switch that back. So that is just a normal outlet that's always hot, both top and bottom. And this will just be the switch for the light, the ceiling fan that has a light on it. I think that'll be the best thing in both rooms. So I've spared you the details upstairs because it was a disaster. It's not very tall, so I'm having to shimmy around, but I have the wires run. I haven't done anything on this side of the wire yet. It's just sitting right up there. I need a couple of junction boxes to make that work. So I don't have those right now, but I can wire up this whole side and install the box up above. So let me do that. Okay, so now that is wired up here and ready to install the ceiling fan, as well as this one right here.